All right, it's Tuesday, November 28th, just following up on NVDA. You can see here in the 1 minute chart, it did move nicely down. I bought some puts up in here. I scaled out and took some profits. Then it paused a little bit on this next wave down. I sold the position here at 11.25. So I bought those 45 puts at 8.25, scaled out quickly at 9 to set up a no-risk trade. Then I scaled out 2 points higher at 8.25, and then I exited the rest at 11.25 for now. And that was kind of on this push down. The 15-minute chart, it makes sense to me that we're kind of pausing here at the lows of yesterday, and we'll just see what happens. I think there could be a good secondary trade setting up. If it continues lower, then that's fine. At some point, I think it'll pause and give you a little bit of a retracement, maybe for a secondary push on the day. But for the first 45 minutes, buying puts here and exiting down near the lows of yesterday is a good trade. And we'll just see. It's just pausing here. Nothing looking like it really wants to rally. As long as it holds really, the midpoint of that first bar, and essentially there's a fair value gap in here. If it just wants to rally a little bit, I think there could be a good secondary trade to test the lows of the day, but we'll just have to see if that forms. So just wanted to follow up on NVIDIA, just showing how right out of the gates, when it didn't really bounce out of that pre-market low, there was room to move lower. And if you look at the daily chart, there is kind of a pivot machine gun kind of thing unfolding here. If this really wants to break down, look at all those stops that could be taken out, and there's a big weekly gap in here. So there's a lot of potential to the downside if it wants to do it. For now, that's the first move of the day. Here's the pause in some form. It might not even get above this bar and might just follow through even lower on an inside bar. But if it does rally, I think there could be a good secondary trade to the downside. Just see what happens here this morning on NVIDIA.